So as plumbers, we're a little too intimately familiar with the Go. So we're gonna talk about the Go. Today we're gonna rank the best and worst toilets that we've seen installed in homes and maybe cover some stuff that we wouldn't install ourselves. But we're gonna go from S tier down to D tier. Let's get after it. So here we go. The S tier, the penultimate spot for the toilet throne, the porcelain throne that you have to use hopefully multiple times a day if you're regular. If not, see a doctor. That's not a me problem, that's a you problem. On the S tier, after talking with our master plumber and a couple of our service techs, here is what I know. At the S tier spot, we have 2 toilets because we had a split room. We have the Mansfield and we have Old Toto. Not to be confused with the Wizard of Oz. Both of these toilets, though they have advertising showing that they can basically flush everything from a cue ball to your absolutely just terrifyingly large amount of flushable wipes. See the previous video, don't use those. These toilets are basically bulletproof, and here's why our plumbers recommend these in every home we go into. If we're looking at getting a new toilet, here is the brass tacks. They have a lifetime warranty, they have metal inner working parts as well as better gaskets. So whenever it comes to your toilet, I know we're not thinking about like what is actually going on inside of there. Matter of fact, we probably want to think less about it. Toilet humor is not something for everybody, I get it. But we want to make sure that the best stuff is going into getting rid of your worst stuff. When it comes to making sure that that's occurring on a frequent enough basis, Mansfield and Toto are our go-tos. They are going to be our S tier because the warranty support on them is incredible. We don't have to argue with trying to get a product covered. If something fails, if we have a flange fail, if we have the toilet workings actually stop working, we can go straight to the manufacturer and say, hey, we need a new one, and they are very quick to either replace the whole toilet itself or give us a whole new inner working of whatever it is that we're trying to fix. Mansfield and Toto have earned the S tier spot because after thousands and thousands of flushes, after thousands and thousands of misapplied flushes, meaning, you know, maybe your toddler got awry, or maybe the story of the dog put a dog toy in there and we flushed it. I know you. You just didn't want to deal with it, so you tried to flush it. Don't lie. Either way, Mansfield and the Toto are the premier product for us when it comes to our toilet recommendations in the home. Onto the A tier. There's a standalone product here in the A tier, and there's one reason that it is a step below the S tier, and there are going to be some stans who feel like their brand has been besmirched. Frankly, I don't care. So here we go. In the A tier, we have the Kohler brand toilet. The Kohler brand toilet. You are familiar. Kohler has that little like polar bear looking logo. They're walking. You've seen them everywhere. They've done a great job branding, a great job marketing, and they are familiar to everyone in the home ownership category. Mansfield and Toto, maybe not, but Kohler definitely is. And here's why Kohler is in the A tier and not the S tier. Warranties, same warranties as Mansfield and Toto. Flushability, same ability as Mansfield and Toto. They also have the marketing scheme. I think theirs was a bunch of ping pong balls that they were flushing. They show that they flushed a bunch of ping pong balls. Congratulations, we flush things we shouldn't. You're gonna call your plumber if you're doing that. Kohler has the ability to do the same things as Mansfield and Toto. It has metal workings inside of the toilet itself. It also has the premier gaskets and fittings and all of that as the other two. And here is where the rubber meets the road for me on why it is an A tier product and not an S tier product. And that comes down to price. It is a great product, but you're also paying for a lot of their marketing. You're paying for you to be familiar with the little polar bear walking across the logo because they want you to choose Kohler, be a brand loyalist, and ultimately, if Kohler's in your house, fantastic. You have a great product. It's gonna last you a long time. You're not gonna have any warranty issues or getting stuff serviced done on this. It's gonna be easy. It's cakewalk. But if we are installing a new one in your house, meaning we are replacing one, I'm not gonna recommend it because I can get an equivalent and or better product for a lesser price for you in your home that comes with the same warranties, same functionality, but you're not paying for the little polar bear walking across the back of your toilet. That's reason why it's in the A tier category. Beyond that, it could have been an S tier. Kohler, if you want to talk about pricing, give me a call. I'm here. I'm always available. You can find my phone number. It's not that hard. Give me a holler. So that is the A tier category. Now we're kind of getting to a line of demarcation here, guys. Whenever it comes to the B tier, that move between A and B, you're really getting from the go-getter class, the founders class, the folks who are potentially going to change the world, to the people who, or the toilets rather, that might not put in all the effort that's required. And it still gets rid of your worst stuff. It's still a enjoyable go, I'm sure of it. And you're aware of this product, you're aware of this brand. Again, there's going to be some brand loyalists out there who pitchfork and knife me, but here's the reality. Whenever it comes to the American standard toilet line, here's what I know. There's such a wide array of outcomes that we have because some of their products, it depends on where you buy it from. If you buy it from a supply house, meaning one of our supply houses, it could be a great product. It's going to have metal workings, it's going to have better flanges, it's going to have better seals. But if you buy the big box store, meaning the the orange or the blue store. Then you're gonna get into some cheaper plastic parts. You're gonna have hollower bases. You're gonna have cheaper lids. And so there's a huge variance. The actual product quality that American Standard brings to the table, that's why I'm caveating this in the B tier, is it could be the same piece of equipment, the same product catalog number, the same model number, but if we buy it from the orange store or one of our supply houses, the two are very different. You're talking sometimes between a pound and a pound and a half average, and I know that that doesn't sound like a lot, but whenever we're talking about how quality built is this product, 1 pound in something that doesn't weigh all that much is a huge difference in the quality of outcomes that we have and the life expectancy that we can have when it comes to how long is this toilet gonna last? Because let's be honest, nobody wants to replace a toilet. Nobody. We'd rather put that money in new windows or granite countertop, and I get it, plumbing is not sexy, but here's the reality. You gotta think about it, and you gotta think about the quality of product that you're installing in your home. And so American Standard, I can't recommend because of the wide product variance that we have whenever it comes to the same model number being on the high end or the low end of outcomes. Now, this is where things get interesting, because in the C tier really kind of represented this dark Pandora's box for me, right? I didn't know where we were gonna go. I didn't know how many toilet brands there actually were, and there are a bunch. I'm gonna be honest, the plumbers threw down the gauntlet on me. They kind of threw a wrench in my ranking plan, and they said the C tier does not exist. Get rid of it. If there's not one of these 4 brands, get rid of the C tier because you shouldn't even think about it. But for your peace of mind, we are going to cover the D tier. In the D tier, it is Glacier Bay. We'll drop names. We got receipts. Pro Source, or anything else. Basically, if it is not one of these 4 brands that you can recognize from a orange or blue box store or from a supply house, don't buy them, guys, because here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a cheap rubber gasket between the tank and the bowl itself. It's gonna cause leaking. We're gonna have maybe a less than adequate wax ring to go on underneath the toilet, which is gonna cause not just water to seep out from under your toilet, but potentially other things. You know what I'm talking about. As you're flushing the toilet, we don't want that at all. It is going to have plastic workings whenever it comes to the actual flushing mechanisms, and those plastic workings, as they set in water, regardless of if we have a water treatment solution or water softener in place, there is still going to be calcification, and plastic parts are going to break much faster and much sooner than the metal counterparts. So if you're using a Glacier Bay, Pro Source, or anything else from one of the big box stores, run far, run fast, because it will fail on you right after you go to the bathroom. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this toilet tier list. Hope that it has helped inform your home purchasing decisions when it comes to making an investment in your home's most expensive appliances, meaning your HVAC, your plumbing, your toilets. We have a way for you to see what it would cost to replace those things. You can either scan the QR code here or click the link down in the description, and you can see what it costs to get an online estimate in just a couple minutes, just a little bit of information, and boom, you will see the real price of what it would cost to have one of our professionals come to your house and take care of potentially a very large mishap. Other than that, guys, do something nice for somebody. You never know, it might change their life. Eyes up, feet moving. Here we go. I'm out.
Yarbrough.